Welcome everyone, welcome everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We will appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah. So guys, we at the boiling point to the end of the garden season. We actually to the end of the garden season, and our garden is still full of production, still in the full swing of production. Our eggplant them has produced so many eggplant this season. It's at another level, for real. These eggplant did so well, even though we heading down to the end of the season, they're still producing. Look, we actually in October, the end of October, they're still producing flowers. It's like these things is just never ending when come and producing. And this is what we love, guys. This is what we love, when our plants them able to produce until the frost, until they cannot produce anymore. Okay, the pigeon peas them now getting ready to flowers, but it's definitely too late. So look at this, guys. Still producing eggplant, still producing flowers. Everything is doing so well at this moment. Everything is doing so well at this moment. Look up there, we still having flowers going up, and there we still all our peppers, and we actually is in the end of the season, but the plants them is not giving up. They still striving, still pushing new flowers. You see, this is the thing with this garden, guys. Not they don't stop produce, and when has happened, when the frost come, we do lose a lot of young pepper, young flowers, because as you see, they not stop producing. These peppers been producing for the past, let me see, June, July, August, September, October. For the past 4 months, this pepper was producing ongoing. Every day you can come outside and get pepper after tree harvest, and they still producing. All right. Our 9-foot bell pepper tree is still standing. We start these we allowing these to ripen. When the frost come, when we know the frost coming, like 2 days before the frost, we're gonna come out and harvest. We're gonna come out and harvest these bell pepper. This is a 9 feet tall bell pepper tree. Some real massive bell pepper on top of it. Massive and heavy bell pepper on top of it. All right. So the plant them is still producing regardless. And this breed of pepper is one of the most amazing breed of pepper I ever grew. When come on bell pepper, one of the most amazing, watch, in the ending of the season, we still getting production. We still able to see flowers. We still able to see. You could see their leaf now. I can harvest pepper right now. You can still see their leaf at this moment. Look what going on here. Peppers all going up there. It's still peppers, guys. These things produce like wildfire, guys. Over here, ripe peppers. You know how much pepper watch here. You know how much pepper I harvest this year? Ripe peppers. Hey Money, what's up? How you doing? Blessings, blessings. Thank you for being here. So yes, guys, this garden is set up to be a free garden. When we say a free garden, what we mean? It's like you set it up to be the supermarket. So what you do, you come out with your basket and you just start harvesting. You come out with a basket and you just start harvesting. Whether it's peppers, whether it's eggplant, whether it's herbs, whether it's cilantro, whatever. It's a blessing that you can just come out. You need sage, you could come out and pick some fresh sage. You need seasoning, you could come out and pick some nice fresh seasoning. You need hot pepper, you could come out and pick some nice hot pepper. You need eggplant, you just come out and pick a few eggplant, bell pepper, whatever you need, you could just come out and harvest. It's a blessing to do this type of stuff. So when we say free garden, this is what we're talking about. All right, look, we have food just sitting on this table for over a week now. We have food because we harvest so many food around here that it's become like, my goodness, it's so much. This is the type of garden we design, guys. We design our garden. Hey TJ, how you doing? Health is well, definitely. Thank you guys for joining. Health is well. And if you take the time, take the time and you put in the time into your garden and you put in the effort into your garden, you're gonna see a whole lot of changes. The taste of your food gonna be different. The benefit you receive from your food gonna be different. You understand? Because you growing them and you growing them natural. You understand? Natural. So everything you growing them natural. So it's like you're gonna get the benefit from them. All right? I harvest so much peppers. I'm tired of harvesting pepper. I'm not gonna lie. I look at here. These are hot pepper, and this, producing so well. All right? These are border growing right here. And you know what, guys? A lot of these areas, like all these areas you see up here, all of them, all these areas, they already replant already. All these areas go all the way up there, we already replant them. So because we replant them in the spring, the food gonna just come up out of the ground. All right, so the effort, when we harvest, we take off the top and we put the top back in the soil. Then next spring, they come back up in the air, and then we start feeding from their leaf, which is these type of plant, guys. So these type of plants, this whole area here, already replanted and just waiting for the spring. All right? Even all over here, already replanted. So you only waiting now for the spring to come back up and then food in the ground. So it's like you creating a free garden during the spring season. You actually creating a free garden. You see, we can just come and we can get peanuts. This is peanuts. We can just get peanuts. Because we grow peanuts as well. All right? TJ say my grandma would of TJ say my grandmother TJ say my grandmother would have done the same with yam head. Yes, yes, that's right. It's the same thing you do with the yam head. You harvest the yam and then you replant it. Like for instance, this is a Edo head right here. All these is Edo head that I have to replant, which I think I should replant them now. But these are Edo heads. You replant them and they come back in the spring and produce leaf and food for you. Hey Victoria Williams, how you doing? You see what I'm saying, guys? So creating a free garden is one of the best things you can do. So you make sure you fill your garden with natural food, very healthy. Then you could always come all in the spring. You could, you know, bring out your herbs. Like for instance, this is sage. And sage can take the cold weather. So sage is a good plant to have because this can take the cold weather. We also have rosemary. So, and these are very real healthy herbs. You see? So we could always come outside and get some fresh rosemary, some narrow, yes, and fresh sage from our free garden. When we say free garden, guys, we put in the work, and then after we put in the work, it's like you're just able to come out and just harvest on the regular. Now, how did we create our garden to produce this way? How did we create our garden to produce this way? Well, from day one, we make sure we discipline ourselves. Hey, Zilly Mini, how you doing? From day one, we make sure we discipline ourselves. And when we say discipline ourselves, what do we mean when we say discipline ourselves? Well, the first thing we say, we set goals. And our goal was not to use anything synthetic in our garden. This was our main goal. Not using anything at all synthetic in our garden. And that was one of the best things I come up with. So over the years, we start gardening and we doing it natural. We doing it natural. We putting back the weeds. We creating our own compost pile. We taking up all the weeds out the garden. And what we do, we put them in a compost pile, like right here. You see, we have a compost pile here. This is what we do. We take them and we pile them up. Something we used to do that really worked well for us was burying these in the ground. You see, like these? Burying these in the ground really did well for us because it helped transform our soil as well. When we say transform our soil, what we mean? Because we was actually dealing with clay soil. Clay soil is what we was dealing with, and you could see it right here. It's actually clay soil, but we transform it by adding the tree trunk, adding all different type of weeds, that all these dry leaf you see over here. We're gonna take them up and we're gonna add them back as compost in our garden. So we've been doing this for years and it definitely changed our soil. And now, by doing that as well, it make our soil produce really well. So even though you mightn't come out and take full care of your garden, because of the soil, the preparation of the soil, they still will produce for you in abundance because of the soil. Remember, the soil is important. Remember, the soil is where the plant feed from. So it's important to take care of your soil. So it's just simple things, guys. Simple things. Get your soil intact and your garden will do a lot for you. Look at the ending of the season. This is the ending of the season, and these plants did not stop produce at all. And we in the ending of the season. You still can come out and harvest eggplant. You still can come out and do whatever. All this area here, all over here was meadows. All this area here, all this was natural meadows. If you notice, we already plant back. We plant back some of them already, and if you notice, they start sprouting already. So this whole area here already replant. So all we have to do is just sit back and wait for the spring. That's all we got to do, guys. When the spring comes, you're gonna just like what you see now. You see like how these start coming up and this start coming up. This whole area gonna be like this. Look, we still have squash coming here. This is a squash. We still have squash producing. And in this time, in this type of time, we don't weed out our garden. It don't even make sense weeding out your garden in these times, because all the weeds that you see growing in the garden, they're gonna dry down and they're gonna become compost for the soil. So what you do, you just mix it back into your soil. All right, so this at around this time, you have a backyard garden down in the back. If it's the front, it might be a little different because you got to clean up. But guys, this is basically a free garden, and many plants gonna be just coming back up every year. And that's what you want to do too. You need to have cold hardy plants. Cold hardy plants, you have to think about what is cold hardy plants, because cold hardy plants is a brilliant idea. Why cold hardy plant is a brilliant idea? Because they could stand the weather and they can come back the following season without you have to do anything. All right, so you ain't got to worry about overwintering it. You ain't got to worry about you just leave it and it just come right back in the spring, just like the fruit tree, the fig tree, the apple tree, the pear tree. They is cold hardy, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, pepper tree is surely not cold hardy. The thing about pepper tree can last years. Pepper tree could last years, maybe 2 years, maybe more. The only thing is they cannot stand the cold weather. That's the only thing. So if you try to leave them in the cold weather, it's not gonna work. Most of the time, a lot of people do, a lot of people overwinter them, which is digging them out of the ground and put them in a container like this. This is how you overwinter your pepper. You dig it out the ground, you put it in a container, and you take it indoor, which might just be your greenhouse, wherever. And then you bring it back out in the spring. This is a pepper plant. This is a pepper plant. I want to overwinter. This is a scorpion pepper, but it's a massive pepper tree. It's a massive pepper tree. Look at it. It's massive and it's loaded with pepper. This is a plant I want to overwinter, but the only reason why I will not overwinter them is because the growing season. If you have the time, if your zone is where you can grow them and they able to produce, then you don't need to overwinter them really. What I do, guys, I start them indoors. I start them indoors. So when you start them indoors, you bring them out in the spring and they just start growing. This is why what we're doing now, our mission now is to continue harvesting and prepping our soil at the same time. That's our mission. Continue harvesting and prepping our soil at the same time. And when you say prep your soil, what you mean? Now, if you notice here, you're gonna see we harvest our potato here, and what we do, we put back the potato vines in the soil. So that's gonna break down and become compost for this area. So this is what we do, guys. We've been doing this for years. This is an organic garden. This is a full organic garden, guys. Full organic. Nothing synthetic at all in this garden. And I'm not knocking who grows synthetic. I'm just saying we don't use anything synthetic, and it works marvelous for us because I don't have to worry about losing my earthworms. I'm not gonna worry about using the bacteria in our soil that our soil need. I don't have to worry about these things. So that's the things you don't want. You understand? You want, when you grow your garden, your plants, your soil, just doing so well. Your plants them producing so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me see. Zila say I bought 2 small header today to plant in my 20-gallon bucket to grow indoors. How often should I water them? Okay, Zilly, all right, hold on. You don't want to grow them indoors. What you want to do, you want to put them, bring them out early next year. Okay, which zone? Okay, that depends on which zone you're in, because Edo is not going to do well indoors. So save them, and when you see the spring coming out next year, maybe you could put them in a little water. When you see the spring, and allow them to shoot, start pushing out their roots. But putting them indoors right now, well, that still depends on where you are. But if you got to deal with the winter, no, don't do it. It's going to be like a waste of time. Let me show you. Like this. These are arrows right here. And I'm getting ready to create a package because I have a giveaway. I have a seed giveaway coming up the ending of this month. I have a seed giveaway, and I also have some seed to send off. So these now, when I send these for anyone, all you do, you keep them, or you could put them in some soil outside and just leave them. So in the spring, they're gonna just come up. But taking them indoors to bring them out next year, no. So if you're in cold climate, don't even plant them. Just hold them in a nice warm place, and then in the spring, before the spring, you put them in some water and allow them to shoot, and then you just bring them out and plant them. Don't do it now. It's going to be a waste of time, because they're not going to do anything more than push root and leaf. It surely is a waste of time. Don't waste your time. Save them. Like for instance, if I'm growing these, if I'm planning to grow these, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these up in a nice dry place. Then in the spring, you could put them in a plastic bag. Before the spring, you could put them in a plastic bag, and the plastic bag gonna sweat, and because the plastic bag sweat, they're gonna start to push out root. You could also put them in soil. And water, you could put them in water too. But doing it now, it don't make any sense. Nothing gonna happen. So just leave them till next year. So this is a herb right here, guys. This is what you call cedar leaf. Cedar underleaf. There's another name for it. I already made my harvest them. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to walk around and pick up more, because after this frost, you're not gonna see these again until next spring. So harvesting them now is the right thing to do. Harvest them. Right thing to do, because next spring you're not gonna see them, and you're gonna be seeing them like late spring, like maybe in late April, May, you might start seeing them. You're welcome, Zilly. Yes, don't do it now. It's a waste of time even thinking about doing them now. So yes, guys, all these, I love to save herbs, guys, because I think, you know, sometimes you have things and you don't even understand the value, because people pay a lot of money for these things, and because they don't have access to them, and then these things just growing wild. So if you have them, why not harvest some and put them up? Why not? Why not save some and put them up? You just never know. I already harvest already. I already dry them. So I just have them. So I'm just harvesting just a few more. Seed and the leaf. Right at this moment here, we really should be doing a harvest right now. And this again, we have this here. You see, look at these seeds, guys. Beautiful pepper seed. We just have them right there, was drying, trying to dry the whole pepper to get these beautiful pepper seed, guys. So this is how you create a free garden. When you grow things, you always make sure you leave some to replant. When you're growing, you harvest a bell pepper, you always leave some that you can get seed from them. You have to save seed. This is another pepper here. This is a monkey face pepper. We're saving these because we want the seed from them. Look over here. All this is okra. You see? All this is okra. This is a bunch of seed we're gonna be getting from these okra. I'm just showing you guys how you create a free garden. This is peanuts. You can leave these in the ground. You always remember, when you harvest, leave some in the ground. They're gonna come right back. So all these, this is a crop right here. We have bell pepper, we have hot pepper, we have edos, we have potato, and we have okra to replant for next season. All these gonna just come back up for themselves. All right, so saving seed, guys, is the essence. Is very, very important. Like for instance, this is a turmeric we harvested the other day. With this turmeric here, this is a turmeric we harvested the other day. What you want to do, you want to cut off this piece right here and you put this inside. You put it indoors. Or maybe you could put it in some soil, but you keep it inside. Bring it out in the spring and you're going to see it start pushing leaf. So you got to know how to maintain your garden, that your garden should start multiplying without it costing you. You understand? So every year your head of crop get bigger. Look, we have these potatoes. These potatoes, we're going to save these potatoes. And what we're going to do, we're going to put them in water early next year, maybe like in February. We're going to put them in some water and we're going to allow them to root. And then when they start rooting, we pick off the root, we pick off the slip them and plant them. So replanting a garden without spending a dime. All right. Now these are, I got to put these indoors, but these are calancho. Yeah, these are calancho, but calancho cannot take the cold weather. So because they cannot take the cold weather, I dig them out the ground, both of them out of the ground, and I'm going and put them indoors. We have rosemary here, but we know rosemary can deal with the cold weather, so we don't need to do that. We have another rosemary here that don't need to come out because that can take the cold weather. We have a sweet stevia which need to come up. We have celery right here, parsley that gonna stay. So you got to know how to keep your garden. You got to know what to do. You got to know what you need to overwinter. You got to know what you need to leave in the ground. These are things you got to know, and you always focus on seeds. Always focus on your seeds. So when you have your seeds, it could become like a food, like a currency. Because if, say for instance, you have a situation, say for instance there's a storm, right? Say for instance there is a storm, and in that storm you lose everything. The only thing you have saved is seeds. You have these, you have your okra seed, you have pepper seed, you have edos, you have potato. That's all you have. I guarantee you, you will able to do a barter system. You will able to do that because people need food. So there's a disaster. If someone needs something, you have seeds. You have food source. You can use that and do a barter system with them. So guys, it's very important. This is another calancho, and I'm gonna take this out the ground. All right. So this is a calancho. So now, instead of me have to set seed for next season, I don't have to do that. What I do, I take this. This is the same plant like these. So what I do, I take this and I put it in a container. Now, with this plant, you can get a lot of different root from it. So with these, you could plant out a nice little bed just loaded with calancho in the spring. And all you got to do, put this in a container with some soil and put it in an area that it cannot freeze. So just like that, you creating something for next garden season. You see what I'm saying? So this is how you create a free garden without you have to buy any plants, without you have to spend anything. And I keep doing these lives because I'm trying to show you guys how to create a garden for free without spending anything. The only time you should spend some money is the first year. The first year, because the first year you want to buy seed, you want to buy plants, I understand. Just do what I'm telling you now. Think about the plant that need overwinter them. Think about the plants you can get seed from, you save seed. You make sure you always save some kind of food to go back in the ground for the next season. You always save that. You always save from your pepper seed. You always save these things. This is how you're going to have a free garden. This garden did not cost me a dime this year. I did not spend $1 in this garden. Not $1 in this garden. I'm giving you the remedy. You have to save seed. You have to if you have plants that you know you love and you enjoy and they have a lot of benefit, overwinter them. So you ain't got to go through the struggle to restart them from seed. Okay. Zilly say, I just started saving my seed. As crazy how one seed can be being you. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying, Minnie. One seed can feed you forever from that one seed. And you know what? Now you say that. You see these pepper here? These pepper, I've been growing these pepper for 10 years now. 10 years now, I'm growing these pepper. These edos, I've been growing these edos for at least 6 years now. I start out with 3 edos like this. Now I grow hundreds of edo holes now from start out with 3. So every year you multiply your crop. Every year multiply your crop. Save your seed. Now these bell pepper over here come from the same. Been growing this breed of bell pepper for over 10 years now. And this breed of bell pepper is giant bell pepper plant. They grow up to 9 feet tall. These breed of bell pepper will grow up to 9 feet tall, 8 feet, 7 feet. You don't see no short one in these. All of them is tall, all of them. I've been growing this breed of bell pepper for like 10 years now. You see? This one here, almost 10 feet tall. Okay? Almost 10 feet tall, guys. This breed of bell pepper I've been growing for years. So what I'm saying is because I save my seed, why I able to grow a garden loaded with food, and it did not cost me a dime. All right? Now we're growing sorrel here now. We have a sorrel tree that doing really well here, and this sorrel tree, what we make sure before we harvest them, we make sure we see they produce these flowers, and after they produce the flowers and get pollinated, that's when you harvest them. Because if you harvest them before this process, you're not gonna able to get no seed. The seed you're gonna get, they're not pollinated. So it's like this one is ready because it's already open and closed. So yes, guys, so we trying to make sure we able to get some seed All right, from this, because I don't want to buy no sorrel seed again. I'm going to get some from these. And then you could save them. The thing is, you could use some and you could save some. You could even give away a few if you feel like. Look, this is a shisho plant, and this thing, look how much seed this thing have. Look how much seed it have. All you gotta do, you take these and you put them in a bag, and like look this one here. This is the same one here. This thing is loaded with seed. But the thing about it is, this grows back up every year because these drop a lot of the seed, and when they drop the seed, they grows right back up in the spring. So yes, guys, I'm telling you, you can create a free garden following these steps I'm giving you. You can create your own compost pile that you don't have to buy any form of compost at all. This is turmeric. You can put this back in the ground, and after you put it back in the ground, you take this indoors, and then you put it back in the spring, you bring it out, or you could put it in some soil or some water all in the spring and bring it out, and it's gonna start to resprout itself. So all this is how you save, guys. Making compost, making free compost. All these, you put them back into the soil. And something good to do is covering them. When you put them back in the soil, it's really good to cover them. This is what we do every fall. Every fall, we bury all our weeds and leaf. We trade in the ground and we bury them and allow them for breakdown. Yeah. That's very important. So you take up all the weeds and you put them back in the ground and you add the soil over them, and just like that you create compost for the next garden season. That's how we do it, guys, and it worked perfectly for us. So I'm just giving you tips and ideas of how to create a free garden for yourself, because I'm telling you, it can cost you hundreds of dollars depending on how much plant you're looking to plant. Because as we can see, if you're buying a plant from the store, as you can see, it costs, as you can see. So I'm just thanking each and every one of you. Thanks everyone who come in and hit the like button. Appreciate you all. Thank everyone who subscribe. Don't forget, guys, we also do DIY project live. So you could subscribe and you could see our DIY project as well. So it ain't gonna take nothing from you guys. Trust me, you guys gonna enjoy it. We're doing an outdoor kitchen, and we actually doing the outdoor kitchen from scratch, and we only using old material. That's all we using, old material. Material that laying around. And I'm gonna show you in a few minutes, guys. I'm gonna show you guys in a few minutes what I'm talking about. All right. We also have video coming where we do live in the forest, because we're building a shack in the forest just for information purpose only, just to show you guys how people survive off the land, off the grid. Okay? Don't forget, guys, you have to save your seed. Ain't these seed look healthy? All these is to go back in the ground. All these is to go back in the soil for next spring. And we're gonna be planting them pretty soon. So once you don't have them in the ground, next spring, you see them start coming up out of the soil, which is really important. And the good thing about it too, you can, you see guys, all this is compost. So what you do, you train it over there, and then you're gonna add soil on top of it. That's how we create our compost, guys. Compost. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take off the skin, and I'm gonna put this to dry. So guys, I wanna show you guys my outdoor kitchen. So for the new people who join in the live, I wanna make you guys know that we're doing DIY project as well, and we're building an outdoor kitchen from old material that's just lying around. All right, so let's go. We also gonna do a live with Overwintering banana. That might be Monday. Monday we're gonna do a live where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 banana tree we're gonna overwinter. So on this channel, guys, is a lot to learn. Believe it, is a whole lot to learn. So let me show you. All right, these are old material, and these are the old material we actually using. We get a few things from the ground here. We had old brick. We have old stone right there. Like all these, we're gonna be using these. But let me show you what I'm talking about so you have an idea of what I'm actually talking about. Yes, so welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Now, this is an outdoor kitchen that we building. So this is for the new people who don't know that we do outdoor kitchen as well. This is an outdoor kitchen we building. This gonna be like a table right here, a table from stone. And if you notice, we're gonna be bringing the stone all the way up, so it's gonna be like a stone, and we're gonna stack with the back. This is the oven right here. So this is where we're gonna be putting the fire underneath. We have this area here. The reason why we have this is like when you're cleaning it out, the ashes could be right there. So this is the oven, this is the dough. This is basically the oven right here, and this is the grill right here. So this is the grill. So same thing I'm doing here, and I'm coming, then I'm gonna bring it right there. So when you're cleaning it out, you could take out the ashes from here instead of the ashes come all on the patio over here. This is what we're doing. In this area here, I'm thinking about building something to cook on. So I'm thinking about building a tunnel stove right in this area here. I'm thinking about building a tunnel stove here. So you're gonna have the tunnel stove that you could cook on. If you want to grill, you could grill right here. If you want to bake something, you could bake something right here. This is how it's gonna set up. And we also have our sink right here. All right, so if you don't know that we do this as well, besides gardening, I'm giving you the idea to see. And guys, remember, everything we're using is all material. Everything we're using is all material that we're picking up and bringing them to life. All right, so we're not spending any money. The only money we're spending is on the cement. That's the only money, because we got to get cement to run the brick. We got to get cement for putting up the stone. So that's the only thing we spend our money on. But everything else is all material that was just laying around. So join us on this journey. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because trust me, I don't think you want to miss this journey. Yes, guys, so this is something we want to let you guys know, that we're building an outdoor kitchen, and we want you to join us, because it's gonna be a blessing. All right, so thank you guys again. Thank you guys for your support. We truly appreciate each and every one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You guys have a blessed and wonderful evening. Peace and love.